Hi there, my beautiful thrivers. Welcome back to another video with Thriving in Chaos. If you're new here, welcome. You just clicked on a video that I don't ever usually make, but this is going to be a video about the YouTube process of being approved for monetization, everything that I had to go through, and we're going to be stuffing my very first YouTube paycheck. All thanks to you guys. If you're new here and you've never watched one of my videos, my channel is primarily based on my budgeting journey using the cash envelope system, building hefty savings and financial security for myself and my family, but also giving you guys the inspiration and motivation to keep going in your own budgeting journeys. If you've never heard of the cash envelope system, stick around. Check out my videos, see what it's all about. It could very well be the thing that changes your life just like it changed mine. Also consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming part of my thriving community. Speaking of, if you're already one of my subscribers, one of my thrivers, hi, how you doing? I hope you guys have been having a good week so far, and I hope that you're enjoying all the videos I'm posting. So far, this is only the second one, but it's going to be daily, all week long, closing out the month and the year. So I hope that you guys join me on this journey. I am doing my best to get things done. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this video started. So this video was definitely requested in some of the comments when I first got monetized, and I know that there's a lot of you that haven't quite got your channel started yet, or if you have, you haven't made it to that 1,000 subscriber threshold yet and you're just curious on how this process works. Well, I'm here to spill the tea, tell all of the details and everything that I had to go through to get monetized, and to this point where I got my very first paycheck. So let's start from the beginning. At the very beginning of November, it might even be the very tail end of October. I can't remember the exact date, but one of those days I hit that 1,000 subscriber threshold. Now, I was a little hesitant to just immediately start the process because if you have a channel, you know subscribers go up and down. People subscribe, then they unsubscribe, some subscribe just for giveaways and then unsubscribe later. So you do sometimes have this ebb and flow of subscribers, and so I was afraid that right at 1,000 that it was going to go back down into the 900s again. So I was like, I'm going to give it a few days, and if it stays there, it goes above, then I think I'm good. So I waited a couple of days, and then once I was pretty certain that I had met that 1,000 subscriber goal and it was still growing, I knew that I could go ahead and push forward with the monetization. So I did that. Now you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you also have to have 4,000 hours, watch hours, already on your channel. So luckily, I already had that. I had more than enough to cover that. It was easy enough, depending on how much content you're putting out. If you have a lot of videos out there, then for sure you're going to meet that threshold that they require. So I for sure met both the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hours of watch time. So once I had confirmed that I had done that, I had to then create an AdSense account, a Google AdSense account. I never had one before, so I didn't know what to expect. Easy enough. It's like creating an email. You know, you just create it, and then you have to do a lot of verification because this is basically your employer now. So you have to verify a lot of different things, verify your identity, your email, your tax information, your YouTube account, your address, your bank account even. Like, you have to go through a lot of process. But first thing was first, I needed to create that account. And once I created that account, then I could be approved to the YouTube partner program. So I started on November 2nd, and by the 4th I got confirmation that I was approved. So that was awesome. Then I had to go through all of the verification steps, and let me tell you, there was a lot of them. So we had your email verification, which is pretty instant. You verify it's your email, you go to your email, you click the link, and you're like, yep, okay, that's you. And then you have to verify that your security. So I had to make sure that I had the two-step verification on and all of that. Then I had to verify my YouTube account. So I had to make sure that I could log into my YouTube account through their Google thing. And once I was verifying all of that, that it was mine, I could move on to the more personal things like verifying my identity. In order to verify my identity, I had to provide my ID, government issued ID. Now, this part took a little bit longer for me because when I signed up the Google AdSense, I signed it up as my YouTuber name, Thriving in Chaos Budgeting. I assumed that's what it was asking for. It looked like that's what it was asking for, but when I sent in my ID, all I had to do was take a picture of it and send it. And when I sent that in, because my name didn't match my YouTube name, they were like, no. And I'm like, oh no, what did I do wrong? So I had to go and change my name. Then I had to send it again. But once I did that, it took about 1 day for them to identify me and verify that. Then I had to do my tax information. So I had to fill out all the tax documents just like you would for any employer that you're applying for a job for. And that took about 2 days to get the verification on that approved. And then I had to verify my address. Now, what they do in order to verify your address is they actually send you something in the mail. And so that's all dependent on your mail system, how long it's going to take for them to process it and get it sent out and then get to you. So for me, it took about a week, I would say within that week. So 5 to 7 days for me to actually get it. And it came in just a little package like this. I'm not going to flip it over because it's got my address. And then inside there is a PIN number that I would go into my Google AdSense and put the PIN number in to verify I got this at my address. So once I verified that, yep, that's my address and I received it, then I had to verify my bank account. Now, with this, they basically sent a few pennies. They sent a certain amount of change. It'll be less than $1, more than a cent, basically, into my bank account. And it takes about 3 days for that to deposit. Once that deposited into my bank account, I could then see how much it was and the amount of cents that it was. I needed to go back to my Google AdSense account and put in that exact amount of change that they deposited to verify that it was my bank account. Once I did that, they took that change back. So don't worry, you don't get free change. But anyway, so once I verified my bank account, I ended up having to do that twice for some reason. I am not sure why, but I had to do it 2 different times. So in all, that took about 3 to 4 days. Both times. So 6 days-ish. It literally took me probably, I'm going to say about 2 weeks fully to get all of that verification done. Because the thing is, they didn't just do this all at one time, like verify your email, verify this, verify that, verify this, do all these things, and then all at one time, all this happens. No, it was like steps. So I had to do first my tax information. Then it would say, okay, now you need to verify your address. I'm like, well, I could have done this first and you could have been sending this to me. But I don't know. They just did it in steps this way. So it just made the process even longer. So I would say probably about 2 full weeks before I was fully payment ready. So now that I'm payment ready, I have to meet a $100 threshold. But the thing is, they didn't just start like after that full verification process was done. They actually did start from the moment that it was approved, so on November 4th. So once that was approved, then everything from that moment all the way, even through all this verification, all of that counted. So it was still building up and building up, and you have to meet a $100 threshold in order to get paid. Now that doesn't mean that if you only got $89 that month that they're just going to keep that and not give it to you. It'll just roll over to the next month and keep building, and then you will get paid. But luckily for the month of November, I met that $100 threshold. So I got my first paycheck. So all of the month of November gets paid on December 21st. So all of the month of December will get paid on January 21st. It's always the 21st, and it's always one time a month on the 21st. They don't take taxes. That's something I learned. I thought that they did. I saw a whole bunch of stuff about that they take taxes now, but apparently that is not for the United States. Outside of the United States, they will take taxes out of your payment. However, for me being in the US, no taxes were taken. So I will have to make sure that I put 30% away for taxes each time I get paid, because I don't want to get caught with any kind of huge, amount of taxes that I have to pay at the end of a year and not be prepared for that. So definitely going to be taking 30% of everything I make with YouTube and putting it into a tax envelope. So I think that's about all that I can mention as far as that. That was it. It takes a while for all of that process to happen, but luckily everything, even while you're doing all of that, it still all counts and you still get to build up that threshold, which is nice. And you can watch it in your YouTube studio and see it building, so that's also nice. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about my very first YouTube paycheck. So I'm keeping it in here for now. I think I like this. I got this on vacation this past September. It's super cute. It's like this whole 3D thing. But for now, this is what I want to use. I might end up making, a section in my new budget book. But I like the smallness of this and keeping it separate. I don't know why. So I'll just go ahead and pull the cash over here and I'll show you what we have. So for the month of November, I made $153. That's my very first paycheck. All thanks to you guys so much. $153. That's what I got paid for some of you guys not skipping those ads, letting them play through, and I got paid for it. That's all it takes, is just don't skip the ads. Or if you have premium, then that's even better. You don't even have to worry about it. I still get paid when you have premium. So isn't that cool? I am super hyped about it. Not expecting this kind of money. Actually, I didn't expect to get paid for quite a few months, honestly, before I met any kind of threshold that they needed. But regardless, this was my very first paycheck. Super excited about it. It's $153 I wouldn't have had otherwise. So we're going to be taking 30% of that and putting it towards taxes. So that's $46. We're going to take 30% of this as well, which is $46. We're going to put it to my budgeting envelope. I'm going to take 10% of it and put it towards my YouTube giveaway. So giving back to you guys. So that's 30, 60, 70% of it automatically going straight back into this business. I'm also going to do $10 a month in bills because I do pay for that Cricut monthly thing. And since I use that for budgeting, I want it to pay for that. So that will be coming from my YouTube paychecks from now on. And that left $36 to budget. Now, I would have put this in other envelopes, but if you follow me, you know that I am currently in the negative in my budgeting envelope, and I don't want to start the year off with a IOU in any of my envelopes. So we owed $34 after we put 46 and 34. We will be at zero, and then I'll have $2 cash left in there. So as the first YouTube paycheck, it is going straight back into the business. So this is what we're going to do with it today. But we can go ahead and count this money. I do have prop bills because of the fact that this should be prop bills as well. I made a mistake. Okay, I pulled too much money then. I will just put the regular cash in here, but I'll have to just turn around and deposit it. So, well, whatever, it's fine. All right, so we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, and 53. So $153. We'll do this. YouTube paycheck. How exciting, though. This is all thanks to you guys. Of course, I want you to be a part of this process. Absolutely. Okay, so I got my money down, and we're just going to go ahead and pull out my business binder. Since this is the only binder we're going to be working with today. Now, I will need an extra envelope in here because of the fact that taxes. For some reason, I thought they took taxes out, like I said, but they don't. So I need another envelope for taxes. And for now, we'll just use this one. I'm going to go ahead and put it here. I think I'll leave the zipper on this one just because I'm sure over time it will get full. So for now, I'll leave it. If I get tired of it, just like the other ones, I'll take it off. But we'll have taxes. We're going to do budgeting. We're going to do YouTube giveaway for sure. I'm not going to put anything in support small businesses. And this is my hubby's side hustle. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the taxes, which was $46. So 20, 40, 45, and 46 will go right into taxes. And we'll just let that build up. So for budgeting supplies, we're going to do 46 in real cash. So 20, 40, 45, and 46. And then we need to do $36 dollars, so 34 in prop and then $2 cash. So here's the $2 in cash. Here's the prop. So that should be 36. So 20, 30, 32, 34, 35, 36. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just put the real cash straight into the back to the bank minus $2. So this should be $80 since we do have an IOU of $80 for this envelope right here. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 77, 79, $80. Perfect. So I'll just take the real cash and we will put it straight into back to the bank because I shouldn't have withdrawn that. This I'll put away. And let's go ahead and put this right back to the bank. That was my bad. And I already have $10 in here from my daughter buying something. So once I go back to the bank, I'll just deposit that up. So that leaves $2 in my budgeting, so we are no longer in the negative, and we can start the new year without anything being owed. So now we're going to do 10%, which was $15 into YouTube giveaway. 10, 15. And now YouTube giveaway has 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. And no, I have not updated my trackers yet. I plan to do that after, I think, this video actually. So that counts for that. And then we have $10 left that we're going to put into bills. So I need another envelope. And here's another one. So I have taxes, budgeting supplies, YouTube giveaway, sporting small businesses, festivals, and wood. I'll put bills here before my husband's. That way we don't get them mixed up. We have that zipped. This is not zipped. Let's turn it this way. I may take that off, not sure. But for bills, $10. So that should be deposited each month into my account so that I can help pay that Cricut fee or whatever. You know, if you have a Cricut, you know what I'm talking about, the design space thing. But anyway, so we have just deposited everything we had made in our YouTube right back into the business. So I probably, as the months go on, I won't be just putting everything right back into the business. Eventually I'll be able to stuff other envelopes, but for now, this is the way it is because I did not want to go into the new year in the negative. So now we are all caught up and we can start this new year fully ready. So that'll do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in a comment below and I will try to answer it the best that I can when I have time. This is going to be a pretty full week ahead of me with filming and editing and getting these videos out to you guys, but you know, I will try my best to answer when I can. I appreciate you being here. If you're still watching and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join my little family here, my thriving community. I'd love to have you and I'd love to be your inspiration every single week. Thank you guys so much for being here and I'll see you in the next video, which will be, of course, our WTF Wednesday. I'll see you then. As always, until next time, bye.